Who it is? Y'all know who it is.
And I gotta fucking pee. Like I got my bladder's full. I couldn't get to go pee.
What? Why am I off camera again? What the hell?
You're good. Oh,
You know what? Shut down the Discord app on your phone just in case.
I think I did that
did.
shit just in case.
It's like now it's just showing my picture. Screw it.
I'm sweating.
Oh, there we go. I'm back.
All right.
I don't know what's going on.
Are we live? We're live.
We're live.
Oh
You
shit!
realize
We in here. We in here.
Your thumbnail is still that thing, right?
It's still what thing?
Let me pop out
Still
the
that
chat. Pop out the chat.
See you, Thieves.
No, it's not. I changed it. It just probably didn't update on your feed yet. But what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 47 of Planet Xbox. Man, I apologize for the 10-minute. Well, no, actually, this is like more of a 25-minute delay. But I appreciate all those who are here. So go ahead and thumbs up this podcast. Make sure your friends, your mom, your dad, your sister, your imaginary friend is able to tune in. We got a lot to talk about today. I'm pretty sure it's going to be lit. Some things went live. I'm sure I missed a lot of things. I've been at work today, guys. Like I was actually paying attention to work and not like fucking Twitter. So first thing I want to talk about is matter of fact, we got time. We could do some introductions. Merc, how you doing? I heard you about to win a championship or something like that.
We actually won, man. We won. My son's football team won a championship. I'm the offensive coordinator, so I'm actually real hyped. Yeah, man. So I'm excited about that, man. So
you get a flea flicker.
It's actually the last season before tackle season starts. So yeah, we're good.
Awesome.
But yeah, man, we in here, man. Merc 305. You guys know how to find me. Man, let's get into these topics. Another show.
And one of my favorite and least favorite people on this podcast sometimes.
Oh shit.
He knows who I'm talking about.
Me or Jazz?
Frog. That's Frog, right? Frog.
Well, no.
Everybody it goes back and forth.
It goes back and forth. I'm his favorite. I'm not favorite. But
I legitimately thought he could have been talking about any of us.
Yeah, probably. You're right. He flips out on all of us. Yeah. It's Jez 7780. What grinds my gears? I'm back. Off my back, I'm feeling better. Lifting up that original Xbox and throwing it out the windows hurt my back. No. I have a whole new insight. I'm like now I'm less stressed. I'm doing yoga. I'm all ready now. I'm calm, and that's it. I'm just gonna be a yes. I'm like, yep, I agree. Everything Microsoft's doing. Not gonna argue anymore. I learned a lot from my back strain, and yep. So I'm back and I'm calm now and have my incense over here. Feeling real good. So I'm glad to be back, guys.
We're happy to have you, Jez. We missed you. All right, Frog.
What is up? Frog's dope gaming. Ready to hit these topics and should be interesting. Positivity.
Gaming addict.
Hold on, you guys. I kind of low-key wanted to get in here about 30 minutes after the podcast started, so I don't have to hear too much of Jez's crying. But, that didn't happen. They waited for me. And shout out to Nintendo for being some fuckboys and copy claiming my reaction to the Pokemon shit.
That's Nintendo for you.
That's it, man. No screaming fans.
And thank you guys for joining us. I am obviously, let me put my food away. I shouldn't be eating. I am your host, the best bot, Kid Smooth. Hopefully you guys enjoyed some of the videos and the content I've been putting out.
Put this thing down.
And I've been doing a whole lot. Got to play Sea of Thieves. Me, Addict, Diller, and what's the other dude that was playing with it? He's also on Diller's podcast. Can't think of his name right now, but we
Fonzarelli?
No, it wasn't Fonz. It was some new guy. We tried the Megalodon, I had fun with it. We met up with like 3 other crews on this island to do this one mission, and And the thing is, we needed other people to do it. You couldn't do it by yourself. It required so many drums to be played, a certain song to be played to summons the shark. So they helped us out. They summons the shark. And it was like a 10-minute battle. I did like the live stream. And I was abandoned by Gaming Addict. Which that kind of like made me rage during the stream. You wanna tell everybody?
He did the State of Decay. He did the State of Decay on you, man.
Addict, you want to tell everybody how
He pulled the smooth on the smooth.
Addict, how did you manage to leave me? Was he there?
What time?
You heard me, Addict?
Are you referring to when you took off and decided to answer your phone call and I tried to call you?
No. I'm talking about when our boat sank.
I know what he's talking about. He's talking about when I dipped on him after we killed the Megaton and I got up on the ship that wasn't sinking. And he got on the ship that was sinking and then got bitchy when it sinked.
Yes, but because the thing is, what happened is, you know how in Sea of Thieves, for those who played it, it's like once your ship sinks, you go next to the mermaid and you ask them to spawn you to a ship again, but it spawns you on this fucking island. The thing is, we were with a whole gang of people, so it spawned me across the damn like Atlas. And so I'm like, wait a minute, but it doesn't spawn me on a solo boat. It spawns me on a galloon, like a galleon. So I'm like, wait a minute, where's everybody else at?
This man did not just say galloon.
I said galloon.
He did say galloon.
I said galloon. I said galloon. Anyway, on a galleon, it spawned me on a galleon, and I couldn't. I was like, well, how am I supposed to get to where everybody's at? Is everybody going to respawn here? Nobody responded. Everybody else was on the boat, on a different boat. So I had to literally man that galleon for about 15 minutes till Addict decided to spawn on the boat. But it was rather pleasing. The Megalodon had a whole full body, no missing fins. You know, it even had an extra set of eyes. Yeah, it was.
They went all out.
Let's throw some extra eyes in there, man.
Yeah, it was.
They went all out, man.
They learned from the Kraken.
It was a good battle. I honestly, low-key, I think I got like the last hit on the Megalodon to kill him.
That's it.
There you go.
Yeah, so
Aggro.
No achievement. No achievement. Nah.
got an achievement for like collecting the rewards, but no achievement itself for being the one that
killing
no hit. Yeah, but it was fun. I feel like if Sea of Thieves, if Rare, put out more stuff like that on a more consistent basis, this game really has something. I wish stuff like that was there to begin with, because it would have gave people a variety of things to do, different type of things they can run into. And the stuff that you get are actually pretty cool. You get this cool megaphone that when you speak into the mic and you have the megaphone out, you actually, you like it, I can't describe it, but you actually sound like you're in a megaphone. Like, but from voice chat. If you use the megaphone in the game, if I'm speaking to you in a voice chat, you hear me as if I'm talking from a megaphone.
And you could talk to other parties. That's the whole point of it, right? You talk to other ships.
Yeah.
To recruit, to say, hey, I'm not going to fight you. Come, let's do something together.
Yeah.
That's the whole. That was a gameplay element that they added, was that you could communicate with other ships with that megaphone.
So the stuff that they gave you, it's like, all right, this is cool. Like I can sport this. I felt good about getting what I got, even though it's like all cosmetics and stuff. I felt good about getting it, and I was like, okay, cool. I can rock with this. They need more of that. They need to. The story content was cool. I'm kind of little. It's timed, which is kind of stupid, because it's like, all right, are you gonna hurry up and rotate something else to make up for that? How long is this event? You know,
that's weird.
So, but yeah, I thought it was cool. They need to. The shark fights were cool. Hopefully they bring in more stuff. They really need to bring in more stuff to keep that going, because that shit was fun as hell. I have no complaints about the Hunger and Deep so far. I thought it was fun. But Addict, what are your thoughts? Because since I know you played it, I don't know if anybody else on our panel played it, because me and Addict played together. But I want to know his thoughts.
I think it's good, man. I think they need to focus more on these kind of aspects. He talk a while there, Jack. Move, Johnny. I don't get how just praising an event is bad news. Don't you like spend like at least 3 streams a month playing Friday the 13th?
Yeah, but
you can like games that everyone considers horrible. Just saying, but like this, they don't, and you know, people keep making fun of stuff like, you know, the shark has a body. And, at the end of the day, it's like,
and an extra set of eyes, bro. Don't forget.
Extra set of eyes. Wait,
like regardless how like ridiculous that sounds, like that was Microsoft and Rare that put themselves in that situation to get made fun of because of.
They did.
This is where I need them to keep going. I need stuff like this to happen every month, not every 2 or 3 months. They need to be dropping stuff like this. It's good for the game. It keeps people playing. Trust me. Kid Smooth had to pretty much force me to play that shit.
Yeah.
On Twitter, all you had to re-download it.
No, because here's the thing, right?
I got an 8 terabyte hard drive. Everything's installed.
All right, there you go. I got so pissed off I uninstalled
it. At the end of the day, this game still has a long way to go before I could deem it successful. Like to me, the game I think's already been successful in its own way. But I did make a video that what I think they need to improve the game overall, and I'm gonna go ahead and shameless put that in the chat. But continue, kid.
Yeah, I mean, the aspects of the Megalodon, the battle was the crazy thing is like, it's a bunch of you. It's like it was 3 sets of us, right? Somebody had like a super large boat.
Imagine fighting that shark by one team.
Yeah, you're not supposed to.
Yeah, the shark would take you down.
Like,
it would take you down too easily because when it bites at your boat, it bites 5 holes into your boat that starts sinking your ship that you have to refill while people are still shooting cannons at it. So, which was dope because it added like a sense of like urgency. Like you got 5 holes to fill, but you still wanted to try to try to deal damage to the shark while your crew was manning your ship. Repairing your ship. And
that shark was lit, man. It literally circled around. It was literally like being in Jaws, but way bigger. Like that shark would circle around one ship while the other ship is shooting at it. It'd be like, I don't give a fuck. Then fuck that shit up, and then come over to our ship again. I don't care what that other team says. That ship stayed over at us a lot longer than it was over there.
Yeah,
like that ship literally went around us like 8 times, just fucking us up.
Cause I had got a phone call right at the beginning of the fight. So when I got back to my stream, I was like, "Oh shit, they got the Megalodon." So what I did was, since it seemed like everybody was on a separate boat, and I was like, I want to get into the action. So I threw myself into it. I put myself in a cannon, and I was aimed at the boat everybody was on. I shot myself out of the cannon. Over went the boat everybody was on, landed right next to the Megalodon, like in the water. It was crazy. That's in the stream. That shit was kind of that's in the stream. I thought that was freaking crazy. I got killed like 3 times.
The DLC though. So now what is they staying? Now that Megalodon stays in the ocean and just happens to come up like Kraken.
Well, no, it doesn't. You have to summon it. You have to summon it.
Yeah, in the mission. But now after that mission leaves, then that thing just stays there. Like I think that's what they said, right? It just stays in the ocean as like a random event. I thought.
Oh, really?
I don't
think
know.
that's what happens.
After he's been summoned. Make no sense because me and Kid didn't summon him. So like just because we fought him, does he not? I don't know how that would go.
I think because the story mission that's timed, the 2 weeks or whatever, that mission kind of gets you to see him and gets the equipment. But I think that when that mission expires, supposedly the AI thing stays in the ocean, and then that's like that, and Kraken could come get you anytime. I thought that's
anytime.
See,
Anywhere.
They needed more
confusing. I don't know. I don't know what stays, and I don't know
stuff like. Imagine if the Kraken would have came out and been more of a force.
Like a mob.
Like body slammed against the boat or something like that. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
Buying that, there's just like at the end of the day, people might make fun of this game, but this game, I mean, you can go as far as famous pirates that you could put in the game as time events, to creatures that are mythical like the Loch Ness monster.
Yeah.
I mean, like there's so much shit, and see the thing is it's a pirate game realm, and it doesn't take itself seriously. Where you could put random shit in this game, like a big ass bird if they wanted to, and they could get away with it.
Yeah.
Sharknado.
Dude, which I know wouldn't happen. What they need to do is, I know what happened, is they need to reach out to
biscuits.
Oh my god!
They reached out to Final Fantasy. Square Enix, and they got permission to put like the Leviathan, the summon from Final Fantasy in this shit, because that shit would fuck shit up.
Now the next thing they're gonna
That'd be cool.
They'll probably talk about the boat, right? That's the next thing. Is the next DLC is the boat.
With the boat,
right?
like with what boat? Like the boat underneath the
like
water?
there's a haunted boat or a pirate ship. I think that's the next one. So I guess this is what they're gonna do. They're just gonna keep adding like my thing is for this Megalodon, the Hungering Deep, like whatever the hell the stupid thing is.
Yeah.
But when you go fight it and you killed it, like you're done now, right? That's it. It's over. Like there's nothing else left than content wise besides the megaphone and.
No, there's another mission there where this rat island that we didn't do yet. That I wanted.
Oh, okay. So there's an island.
Back to do it.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean that's.
It's just like.
Go ahead.
Like I said, like I've said it multiple times. Put you a Davy Jones event in there to where everyone's just doing what they're doing. Then the sky darkens, and then all you see is like in the top. If you the ship just falls from the sky and comes on the server, and then everyone in the server gets an alert. They see Davy Jones on the map, and it's whoever participates in that gets special loot.
Yeah,
that would be.
See, that's what they need. They need better like loot. They need loot drops and stuff like that. Nah, they need tons of stuff. I know
the game and make it to where it needs to be. They need to go back on their word. It needs to have progression. Accessibility. It needs to have I'm this big because I worked and you this small because you didn't.
Yeah, you want your ship to pull up and people look at you and say, "Oh shit!"
Mm-hmm.
I think that's gotta happen.
And do it fairly. Like RuneScape. A lot of people. I don't know if anyone played RuneScape, but if you went into the PvP area, that if you weren't a certain level, you couldn't even fuck with people lower than you. You had to be around the level to even shoot at. Maybe they could do something like that, but I do feel like that's necessary. Maybe balancing it, like I put in my video, like Rainbow Six Siege. Yeah. You know how the operators are balanced, but they all work good as a symmetry, and the game gets better because of the different abilities they all do. Maybe have classes for the pirates, or maybe have different boat types.
And it also in Siege, which would apply the same thing to Sea of Thieves, it also changes the way you play the game because of all the variety.
Yeah.
I think that needs to be like whirlwinds in there, hurricanes, but imagine just swimming and fighting them.
Yeah, they should have the Bermuda Triangle.
Imagine
you get banned off the server for the rest of the day. You got lost.
Imagine fighting the shark.
Go ahead, Addict. Go ahead.
Imagine fighting the shark and then a tidal wave just hits you.
Boom.
Yeah, they should have more weather conditions.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah.
It's something as little as that. You needed to tell me that we in a world that it never really does anything but rain? Like, do they not know how the world works? Like, did they not think of that? Why isn't there
that's for the amount of time the game was in development?
They got 4 teams now supposedly working on content. That's what I
think. You how Wind Waker, Zelda, The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker has hurricanes in their game. 2018 don't.
Hey, they could be on the Pacific Ocean. There's no hurricanes in the Pacific Ocean.
Kid.
Just saying. It's only in the Atlantic Ocean, the hurricanes.
No, but there's tsunamis, though.
Tell me.
There's tsunamis, though.
You mean to tell me I can Google right now natural disasters like hurricanes and shit, and I won't get nothing?
You're not going to get a hurricane in the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah, the water's too cold.
Like whirlpools or nothing like that can happen there.
No, but you can get a tsunami though. You will get a tsunami.
You're not saying it can happen.
You're talking fucking crazy. The snakes don't even fucking move in Sea of Thieves, so they don't. They stand there. It's like fucking Pitfall.
Yeah.
Look, anybody that lives on the East Coast knows we got all the hurricanes.
Walk around the snake. Don't move. It's fucking Pitfall.
You get hurricanes in the Atlantic because the water's so warm.
Let's not talk about hurricane jets.
Oh, you know what they need in this game that I was telling Kid that would be good? That Monster Hunter does good? Like a faction that you capture shit. Imagine like capturing a whale or something. Capturing.
Oh yeah.
They said fishing is never coming. That's what they did say. They said fishing is never coming because they want people to be active on the boat. No fishing.
Well, hell, shit. There is point in time while you're getting from point A to point B where there's nothing you can do and it could take like
There's
15
nothing,
minutes.
man.
So I would that's a horrible excuse. But
No fishing.
Let's move forward. I mean, The Hunger and Deep is out now, available on Sea of Thieves. Your copy should have been updated. I recommend anybody check it out if you're interested, or if you enjoyed the base game of Sea of Thieves, you would enjoy The Hunger and Deep. And everybody's a lot. Everybody's pretty much friendly because we didn't rent it. Like, I was the one grieving people. Like, when everybody was waiting, like I was like, I put my gun out and started
Walked
shooting
up to
people.
someone and was like, "Yo, he's trying to hit me." This dude had no ill intentions whatsoever. Kid hit him, and kid got rocked. That dude fucked him up.
So, but after I realized what was going on, like we met this girl named Gwen who kind of explained the mission to us, took her on her boat, offered to help and everything.
She worked for Rare.
Yeah, it was cool. It was a cool experience. But moving on, there's some State of Decay 2 news, dude. It broke records or broke its own milestone for 1 million players in 2 days. I mean, a lot of people want to know, well, what did it sell? Like, I want to know your thoughts on the PR behind State of Decay 2. Any thoughts? Any opinions? Like, what's going on?
Sure.
I mean, it's obvious Game Pass is working. That's if they got 2 million players. Or 1 million players.
They had 1 million, yeah.
Yeah, a million. That's what I meant.
Look, they have a million people. Regardless if it's engagement numbers, regardless if
right.
no one bought State of Decay at all, which that's a lie. We all know, people did buy State of Decay. I can guarantee you the majority of these people paid that $10 a month. Game Trials went away with Sea Thieves. Let's be honest here.
What a nasty ass burp. Who did that shit?
And
that was me. Excuse me.
I
thought I was muted. Actually, I'm sorry.
That's one of those scenarios.
Is that what you say to those numbers, sir?
Game Pass is one of those scenarios to where might not like people not saying how much a game sells. Let's be real here. The game probably ain't going to sell more than 300,000 to 400,000 units at the moment.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
But, at the end of the day, is those 400,000 more important? Or is that game being part of Game Pass to keep your 400,000 people in Game Pass for 6 months more important?
The latter. For sure, the latter. 150%.
We're not going to know either way. The issue I have with engagement numbers is that they vary so much. And yeah, of course, at the peak of the game coming out, they're going to be the highest and then dwindle off. Like, what about Sea of Thieves peak engagement right now? Like, that's what I mean. Like, you're talking about a game two days after it came out. Of course, it's going to have the highest it's going to have.
And Destiny came out, a year and a half ago, and they don't give engagement numbers. Why don't you go at Destiny?
They give sales. Like, I'm saying, if you say 1 million sales, if you say 1 million sales, it accumulates over time. You're not going to get below 1 million. So when you say engagement, though, engagement on Monday is going to be different.
I'm just confused why, it means so much to you. Why it hurts you?
Because we're talking about it. That's why it doesn't hurt me. I'm just saying we're talking about it like we cannot measure success.
Let me intervene. Let me intervene because I get both sides. I get what Jez talking about. Well, you want numbers because you can only increase your sales, whereas player engagement you can decrease. But let's think about it. PubG, right? People are saying PubG is flopping. And now PUBG already sold millions upon millions upon millions. But why is it flopping?
Over 5 million.
Why? No, but even on PC. Mm-hmm. But why is it flopping?
Oh, yeah.
Because its player base is dropping.
Right.
So you got to be able, even though it sold millions.
Yeah.
In Destiny, for example, people are saying Destiny 2 flopping. Now, it's always selling, but why is it flopping? Because it's losing its player base.
It's not retaining.
It's not retaining. So that becomes important because you want more people to play your game so you can continue to sell to those players. And that's why Game Pass numbers, it becomes important. Sure, Sea of Thieves want Game Pass members so they can hopefully keep people playing. And Xbox want people, hopefully playing Sea of Thieves because keep them on Game Pass, No,
I know. I definitely understand what you're saying. Because look at Lawbreakers. They were measuring the players leaving, even though it's sold. Yeah, it didn't sell that much, but it sold. And then the engagement. No, I'm not saying engagement is not important. Yeah. The fact that Microsoft is using engagement and people are saying that the game's successful because it had 1 million people in the day 2. Yeah, we cannot. What I'm saying is you cannot use engagement to measure success. this early on. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, Microsoft coming out and Greenberg doing his tweet and everybody applauding that's nice, but really what they're showing is interest. They're not really showing success of the game because, like you said, it will dwindle off. But if you sell it, it's sold like 4 million. Well, that's like a budget. The game, they made a profit off of that could maybe go to a sequel. When 2 million engagement, we don't know. There's so many different varieties on how to purchase the game too, that it's really not a $60 game that every one of those people bought $60 for the game. So we cannot measure success on engagement numbers right now. Like, it's good that people Game Pass is working, but for us to be like, oh, State of Decay is a success, we can't say that.
I agree.
Why is Fortnite making so much money as a free to play?
You said why?
Because of the microtransactions. Because of microtransactions in the game.
Yeah. So I mean, I just wanted to ask that.
But the thing is, when you look at Fortnite, when you look at its sales as what it actually sells, it's still always because we always say Fortnite's a free to play, but you don't understand there's another components to that game. There's different tiers.
Yeah, we can't compare it to free. Like,
right, but what I'm saying is, if you talk about the portion of Fortnite that actually sells, it's still there. It's still in the store.
Yeah, but that's not the one that's caking.
It's just I get annoyed because
it's not the one.
The numbers are manipulated. Obviously, there's a spin on the numbers. The numbers are manipulated for engagement because there's a low barrier of entry to these games now. With the Game Pass, they could get these actually. Like, think about if you open up a restaurant, you give everything out for $2. Like when you first open up, oh my God, look at the line around the corner. Now go back to the store a month later. Are those people still there? If you're selling shit food, they're not going to come back. So, like, your first 2 days, you might be like, yo, we had lines around the corner. We're a success. But a month later, you're not because you have a low barrier of entry. So, I'm just saying that we cannot be celebrating these games as successful right now.
All right, so give it time out.
That's all I'm saying. With engagement numbers.
Time out before we continue on. I want to say shout out to the 110 to 112 people watching. Hopefully you hit the like button so we can get good engagements. What's good? What good is 110 people watching if we only got 25 likes and 2 dislikes? It makes
Microsoft will be pissed.
No
engagement. Not good engagement.
Come on, this is Planet Xbox. We got to keep the routine up, man. All right. So another thing about State of Decay in regards to its other than player base, but it did land at number 2 on the UK sales charts behind Detroit, and the sales gap was 4,000 units between the two. Thoughts on that?
Interesting. Well, I was not aware of that. That's actually an interesting stat.
That's pretty. I mean, I guess it's good for the game as far as.
Can you explain that to me again? I wasn't paying attention.
State of Decay 2 debuted number 2 behind because Detroit was number 1 and State of Decay 2 was number 2 on the UK chart, but the sales difference between Detroit and State of Decay 2 was 4,000 units. Oh my God! Don't say anything. The stupid music is playing. Oh crap! Don't say anything.
You better not be coming over my comments.
Does that mean?
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Like the UK, but the difference between sales was only 4,000. Is that what you're saying? Like,
yeah, the 2 games sold. Detroit won by 4,000 units.
On Detroit, considering they have double the install, like no offense, but and especially what's the Metacritic on Detroit right now?
It's like 79.
79, 80. It's 79, 80.
Like overall, it's a better perception game because I have seen a lot of positive things on Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm getting one is $20.
Hey, are you sure there's nothing
it's good? It's a good game though.
It's a really good game.
Are you sure there's nothing like anything out?
No, anybody.
Grand Cross here, Grand Cross. I get that.
No, Grand Cross is referencing the day's release. Let me cover that because I was arguing with somebody on Twitter about that, or I wasn't arguing. But
Grand Cross, what does he say? Detroit came out like a week after.
Yeah, here's the thing I don't like about that. Here's the thing about this whole people want to use that excuse. That's going to happen a lot. Grand Theft Auto could come out the last day of the month and trump any game that came out at the first of the month. Call of Duty can do that.
Popular game.
Far Cry did that in the month of March to Sea of Thieves. Had 3 days to sell, and it trumped every game that came out in the month of February, in the month of March. So stop using that. Any game can do. Halo did that to Assassin's Creed Unity a couple years ago. Or what Assassin's Creed came out the same year, the same month that Halo did. Halo had 4 days to sell its numbers. Assassin's Creed had a full week or 2 weeks, and Halo did its number in 4 days. So come on, stop it. I don't want to hear that excuse.
I think when I look at games and I look at them as far as let's just say as a perspective, because like people always talk about user base. If 10% of your user base is buying your game, I can say the game is very
Time out, don't say anything. They're gonna spam the damn music, and I don't know how to shut it off. If I knew how to shut it off, I would have shut it off.
Don't say that. Now they're gonna do more.
No, it's in the chat. I can't. All right, come on, man. Please, can you do this shit at the end of the podcast? But shout out to the Ravenflow.
Shouts out to the Ravenflow, man.
Damn it, Frog. Go ahead. I'm sorry. You were saying.
Okay, what I was saying is like when you look at the user base, and I actually pulled something up, and it was a whole new thing about the install base. But if you look at the user base, if the user base of the consoles, whatever console it is buying, if that game is selling at 10% of the user base, is that at all a bad thing? Even 5%, if that's a bad thing, let's just say a game for your prospective console, and your prospective console, let's just say, is like, I don't know, 40 million. If that game can sell 4 million copies, is that a bad thing? I don't think it's a bad thing. You know, I think that's actually good. If you got 40 million consoles,
I think there's very.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
At the end of the day, I think there's very few games on both sides that can do that.
Yeah, I mean,
like come out to that.
It's
thing.
a good.
I don't
know. I don't know about that. I would bet and argue it because, you know, if you're talking about both sides on the competition side, most of their first party games are selling like close to that 8 million. You know, so
I mean, they got a massive install base,
right? And they have a massive.
What's Knack done? What's Older 1886?
What's in my hair?
Wait. He says music is going again. Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. Like, please, come on, please. I gotta figure out
how long is this fucking song?
It's like 2 seconds. It's 3 seconds, but it's loud. It's like.
I gotta listen to this. Hold on.
Yeah, I haven't heard it.
Yeah.
Oh, I've heard it.
Is it him dancing or something like that?
If you've seen the video, if you've seen the,
I gotta go back.
you've seen it before. Trust me.
Yeah, I've probably seen it.
Yeah.
You've seen it before.
Wow.
It just destroys us.
So I mean, like, back to what you were saying, Addict. Like, I guess, like, when you look at Knack, I mean, when you look at how many copies is Knack selling, like, 3-4 million, probably. No. I mean, the first Knack did about that.
No, I'm sorry. Hold time out. What are you talking about, Frog?
We're talking about user install base. So I think like
how we get
other exclusives besides.
Because we're talking about user install base.
No, I was just talking about the debut sales of Detroit and State of Decay too.
They're 4,000. You said they're 4,000 different,
are separate, right? In the UK.
In the UK for the first week.
Yeah.
For the first week. Yeah.
And
you know what it tells me? I'm going to tell you right now. It tells me that exclusives sell. And Microsoft needs to invest in more exclusives and care about their exclusives.
They're exclusive.
Oh, man, here we go again.
Here we go again, brother Raven.
That's what I always say. Play the music, bitches!
All right, let's shut up. Yo, Ravenflow,
Play
I'm gonna have to
music.
temporarily like suspend you for like 300 seconds, dude. It's gonna play, and I don't want it to interrupt. Let's wait.
What the like in church.
I can't hear it, so I'm good.
No, I know it's coming. It's coming.
Is it the music where you're like dancing like this, slide to side?
No, you can't see the video. You can only hear the instrumental though. That's what it is.
Yeah, because we're on Discord. Yeah. OBS is pushing it to YouTube or Streamlabs. Streamlabs.
Yeah. And I keep forgetting how to suspend it for the podcast.
He's timing people up and down.
What did they say Horizon did at the end?
So far, I think Horizon's done like
7 million
the
first year,
yeah.
5 million first year, something like that.
Dude,
yeah,
I think we're leaning off, like, because the thing was, reason why I mentioned the 4,000. I think Grand Gross made a comment.
Talking about this.
The Grand Gross made a comment about, Smooth, you're leaving something out, and what he was leaning about. What I was leaving out was the timing. Sure, Detroit came out later than 5 days later than State of Decay 2 did. So he wants to say, well, it would have sold more if it came out the same day. It's like, so what? We've seen games do that all the time. We've seen
and the different prices too.
Like and the different prices. Yeah. One is $30,
one is $60. And also too, it's one of those David Cage games, so it's not like one of these action games. Like it's a story based game with limited control, but it's really immersive. Like I definitely recommend it. And State of Decay 2, I played it on PC, and it ran really well. And I thought it looked really good too on PC. I was running like an ultra textures and stuff like that. But hell, shutting doors. Fuck those doors. That's all I gotta say.
I agree with you, man.
And the AI needs to shut the door behind them because
they
fucking leave the door open. You know what's crazy? They left the door open, and a son of a bitch zombie crawling with no fucking legs went into my base when I was away. He was just crawling around and shit in there. Like,
that's
what the hell? Who left the door open?
Yeah.
You know what?
Doors, man. Fuck that.
The thing is,
that's my review.
my question about State of Decay 2. Do you think it's player base or like the retention will last longer than what Sea of Thieves might have done? Because
just depends on how well they support the game. I've been told by people that are working on the game that it's going to have an expansion in a month and a half after release, so probably after E3.
Yeah, I'm planning to have the guys at Undead on this podcast soon, so I'm still behind the scenes working on it. So hopefully, Jez, you get to ask all the questions you need, like in person. So that's
I want to know about those doors, man. I want those doors fixed. I got to line up like perfectly to close it, and then I wind up on the other side of the door. It matters though.
I've heard that if you run over the
and I lost my first guy already because I couldn't it doesn't lock on to like a human person, and I'm beating her up, and she's barrel rolling away. And they're killing me, and I lost my guy already.
Yo, I haven't lost a soul yet. I've not lost anybody yet.
I lost 2.
I'm looking at the VG charts. There's only one Call of Duty that Uncharted 4 has sold more copies than Infinity Warfare. The Infinite Warfare.
I believe it.
Like overall?
Yeah.
Yes. That's the highest
Uncharted 4 was a monster
game right now is Uncharted 4.
Yeah, Uncharted 4 was
10 million, right? 10 million?
Over 10 million. Yeah.
The only game that has sold more than 4 million units on PlayStation side is Horizon, The Last of Us, Uncharted the Nathan Drake collection that surprised me a little.
I was bundled too.
It's a good.
In Uncharted 4, that's all. The rest haven't.
Yeah. Shout out to Outlaw 2120. What's good, Smooth?
That is VG charts, to keep that in mind.
VG charts, yeah. I don't know when to take VG charts seriously, but that's.
We don't have anything else to go by.
Yeah, but that's why I don't.
Nobody talking.
Yeah. Next thing was that someone had beef with is the games with gold for June. Jez, can we get your thoughts on this, sir?
Should I blow out my incense candle?
All I know is I agree. I understand what you're saying, Jez, and
come on. Okay. It's June. It is E3 month. All eyes are on the gaming industry in June. They got CNET, The Verge, Engadget. Everybody is all covering what goes on at E3. Everybody. More so than any other month. Because it's E3, man. Everybody's going to E3. You're going to be talking about games with gold. You're going to be talking about Xbox Live. You're going to be talking about Game Pass. You're going to be talking about these services and about your brand. Trust me, Smooth, Game Pass. Look, they were handing it out like cotton candy at PAX. They had fucking pins for Game Pass. E3 is going to be the same thing. Game Pass. You should walk with your best foot forward. They should be like, this is prom night. And we should have the best games and best content for our services. And they put out one of the weakest lineups they have ever in Games of Gold, which usually when Game Pass is not that great, Games of Gold kind of compensate. I think last month they had Metal Gear, where Game Pass kind of had City Skylines. So they kind of balanced it. This year they went full down.
With this month, you mean? All right, so
here's the thing.
Here's the thing I don't have my problem.
And I'm like, come on.
All right, just to touch up on Game Pass, it's like, the June one, you don't like June's month, but one of the games, they still launched a brand new game into it. We don't know what it plays like. It's not out yet, but it comes out with Game Pass, which is...
Heroes.
Heroes. But then again, it's E3 month. Something's going to be, announced, man.
At E3,
man.
They're really famous at E3 for just saying, and right now, for just today, you can get this game for free.
Yo, dude, that is a beautiful story. Why do we need to write this story?
But the thing is, my question is, if you have
it's a beautiful story. If Phil Spencer come out and be like, Game Pass, yo, that game they just saw right behind me today. Go download.
Yeah, but the thing is, if it's
it's beautiful.
But Jez, if it's like a
the games with gold, I don't want to use. I've never looked at that shit.
I don't want to use the term megaton, but if it's a megaton, right? You're like, you know what? Why would I just announce it? Oh, here, boom, let's put it out on Game Pass. If I could like
something like,
if I could just lube it up and just let everybody know, boom, it's right here.
Yes, and that will redeem things.
Stop. I already got that shit.
And you already what? You got what?
I guarantee you'd be saying, well, I already have that game. They need something else.
No, I'm not like that because I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about the overall perception of this is the service that they're offering. They're going to be talking about the service. You put your best foot forward at E3 month.
Yeah,
that's what you should do, and that's
you put your best foot forward at E3. Like me personally,
we gotta hope that, man. We gotta hope that. But again, we're creating a story of hopeful stuff. Why can't they just put good games in there for the month? Why do you gotta put shit games and then we gotta be like, oh no, they got something in their back pocket?
I get it.
We're making that up.
Dude. I get it, dude. I get. No, we're not.
You're the one that's going way too far at this conversation.
I'm commenting on what is real right on the screen. You guys are talking fucking fairy tales.
Shut up and let me speak. You've been talking for 15
Go talk to fucking Disney and write a book because you're talking fairy tales.
At the end of the day, no. At the end of the day,
those were fake. Those were fake.
In this podcast, why don't you let me talk? Talk. Out of everyone in this podcast, hey kid, did you say that Games with Gold is great? It's awesome. Did you say that?
Nobody has.
No.
That's wrong. What about you?
I think it's trash. This month is bad.
That their Games with Gold.
I gotta wait till E3 passes. You know what I mean? I gotta wait till E3 passes for me to have like a total opinion. Maybe they're holding back to show something. Again, here we go.
Like to be completely like 100 with you. Games with Gold ain't meant shit to me since the shit was started.
That's great for you. For you. Wonderful. That's for you. But you're still paying for a service, and those games are part of that service. And that's what they think of their service. That's all I'm saying. If you don't like, I'm not saying I don't like the games. I'm saying you should like the games. I'm saying that overall perception has been negative of that game, those game selections that they selected for this month. People are making fun that Smite was free. And it's in there. And I know some $100 DLC.
I mean, to be fair, though, the PSN games
are not
outside of. I mean, they've had some months that's been pretty lax too.
I feel like content creators, YouTubers, people on Twitter overreact to PlayStation Plus and Games with Gold. I just overreact. Like I understand as gamers, most of us have most of the games, right? In general, we usually have I understand. I have to sometimes think from a person that's maybe is not like me or have as much games, is less fortunate and don't have the ability to buy as much games or get games and whatnot.
I keep seeing people in the comment section bringing up XCOM 2. Why don't you do me a favor? I play XCOM. I played a shit ton of XCOM.
Garbage, man.
Go in there and see how many percentage of trophies and achievements that actually beat that game or even played it. Look at the first.
The game's garbage. I have it on.
They can keep that XCOM shit.
I'm going to be getting that on PlayStation 4, but don't be acting like everyone's mom is going to be downloading XCOM 2.
They're going to download it. People are going to uninstall it when they realize it's just garbage.
Here's my thoughts on XCOM 2, right? Because I bought it. This when I remember it was
XCOM 2 is a different level than Assassin's Creed Russia.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. To you,
anybody can pick up and play. Here's the thing. When I first built my PC, XCOM 2 and Street Fighter 5 was like the first two games that I got. It was like Street Fighter 5 and XCOM 2 were the first two games that I got when I built my PC. And
I'm assuming you refunded XCOM, right?
Well, I made a mistake. I was like, what the hell? I was well over my head trying to play. What the fuck? I can't play no game like that. It's just not. It's not for me. So anybody, if all these people are super hyped about XCOM and you're good at those type of games, bravo to you. You're much better than I am. There's no game. That's why I'm hoping and praying that Gears.
So much money off that expansion. It's like funny.
That's why I'm hoping and praying that the next Gears spinoff is not like XCOM based. I will fucking cry. I won't buy it. I won't do it.
Because that's not your type of game.
It's not my type.
I get it.
I can't do it.
Yeah, so I mean, because I think XCOM is not for everybody. It's a good game. Like when I think of trash games, I think like that freaking Black Tiger game on PSN, or that's a trash game. But
Oh my
XCOM
God.
is not
You're
trash.
gonna get blocked too, dude. Keep
Even the Assassin's Creed is not. It's not a bad game. But I think what Jez is talking about is just like, it's maybe more or less. He's like, we're at a time and a point in the year where there's a big conference getting ready to happen. You figure like they would say, okay, here's
Forza Horizon 3.
Here's our
Yeah,
Forza Horizon.
when does that ever happen though? I think Jez. I mean, I love you like a brother.
All right, I gotta go back, man. I gotta go see what they did.
I
last
think
year.
They don't. I just don't think. I don't understand what the importance of it is. Going to these. Some months are going to be good. Some months aren't. But even every time Xbox go,
E3 month,
every time
dude.
games with Gold and PlayStation Plus had a good month.
They get a good perception
Every time
on XCOM 2.
XCOM 2 is a good
Every
game
time-
as far as what
Why
they're
don't
giving it
you
away.
guys give me a good number of what you think this game has sold?
Well, I don't know about all that.
It
I know a lot of people. It's not for everybody. It's like Deus Ex.
Remember,
like, that game's
selling
not
is
for
better than
everybody.
engagement numbers, so I need to know how much you guys think this game is sold.
1.2 million between both all platforms, other than PC. But between the consoles, 1.2.
Xbox and PlayStation,
Yeah.
not even 1 million.
All right, there you
All right,
have it.
so
That's
it's
why
a
it's
So
free.
It's a
last
PC
year
game.
at E3, okay, guys, last year E3,
Mhm.
June 2017, they had Speedrunners, Watch Dogs, Assassin's Creed for the 360, Assassin's Creed 3, Dragon Age Origins for the Xbox 360,
360.
and DLC for Phantom Dust. Anyway, Phantom Dust thing. So 5 games they had, which are, I think, a much higher caliber than what they did this month.
Well, no,
So-
Smite that's in the very expensive version that they're giving out.
That's not even on the store. Like, I actually looked because I'm actually playing Smite at the moment to see exactly what that gave. That's not even on the store. I don't know what the fuck that is.
But I think every time PlayStation and Xbox had a good month in games with Gold, I couldn't benefit because if they're giving out good games, I already have it. Like
Yeah, I'm just saying, Games with Gold is
Bloodborne
one
was
part.
though, like
I'm not
PlayStation
criticizing
Plus.
just Games with Gold, but Game Pass, and then did you see Sony's doing PlayStation Days, discounts on all their exclusives on their hardware? Why? Where's Microsoft in all this? Why don't we have it?
Why would that matter? Are you in the market to buy an Xbox? Man? Are you in the
Do
market?
you want Xbox to be around?
Are
Do
you in the
want Xbox
market?
to be
Are you in the
around?
market to buy another Xbox, Jez?
I would. I would.
Some
I'm thinking about that blue
accessories.
PlayStation. I think about that blue PlayStation.
Are you gonna buy another fucking PlayStation?
Why?
That
I bought
is
6
stupid.
fucking Xboxes. I bought 6 Xboxes.
You know what, Jazz? You're their favorite customers because they're gonna say every year.
Yeah, I'm their
every
favorite.
year-
Now I'm their fucking worst.
Every
Now
year,
they're fucking
every
worst.
year
That was
around
their
this time, we're gonna make Jazz buy another PlayStation by making it a different color and saying, "Hey, PlayStation E3 days. Here's our promotion. We making Jazz happy, and he's gonna keep
I'm
buying."
not
them.
talking about me. I'm not talking about.
But that's how you
we can
react.
buy an Xbox. I'm talking about why Microsoft is not acknowledging giving discounts, being aggressive in the market, selling the console.
Dude,
why are they not?
there's a
doing
game
this?
on
You say
sale
you don't
every
care.
single
It's not gonna be an
day on
Xbox anymore,
Xbox
man.
Live,
Stop.
dude. There's a game on sale
Yeah.
on Xbox Live every single day, dog. There is. There's always
Yo,
a sale.
did you see the PlayStation deals? I'm telling you, they're gonna do. They have an exclusive console. They got their VR on sale. They got all the games digitally on sale. All their exclusives are on sale. Why does Microsoft not have anything on sale? It's E3 week, man.
Well, hold on.
I kind of
PlayStation
understand
has it on
Jez from that perspective.
Hold on,
I
hold
think
on.
they
They have
should
the
be-
wait, and the
Sony's
Pro
positioning
is
that.
$50. So Sony
Yeah.
already beat them. They already took $50 off the Pro already.
Pro on those
$350.
play days, man.
What are we gonna
Yeah.
do? Wait for Phil Spencer to say, "Hey, the X is now $450." Or
Remember, this is the same conversation we had. Remember when they beat Xbox in the fall, that the PlayStation was on sale for like
Yeah.
$100 off, like a week before Microsoft announced
Yep,
it.
and Sony
Right.
beat them last year in 2017 because of that gold exclusive console that's only available in
It's
June.
Target.
There was a gold and
Silver
silver
and
one.
silver
There was a
and
gold and
had-
silver
Gold
one.
and-
Yes.
The
Boom,
silver
it's
one was for
sold
the
out.
UK though, right? And
For the
gold
UK.
one
They're
was for,
making
like,
people
Target.
buy
Yeah.
stuff. That's why Microsoft don't care if you buy it or not. They're like, I don't care. You know, I don't care. And if everybody's
Why
to say
does
we
that
don't care.
upset you, dude? Like I don't understand that.
You know what? I think I know what Jez is getting at. What Jez is getting at is that he wants
Yeah,
to see
that's
Microsoft operate with that same type of aggressiveness. You know what I mean?
On sale.
Sony is clear to me that
You
they're
know
not
what's
trying to win.
crazy?
They're trying to humiliate you. Is
You
what
know
they're
what's
trying to do,
crazy?
you know what I mean?
You know what's unfair about this situation? This is what's unfair about this situation with Jez. Jez get praised
My situation.
for example, Jez. All right.
I don't get
No.
praise. I'm just talking to
Listen. You know why? I'm about to come up with an example, right?
There you go.
People
Example
make fun of me for cheerleading Xbox like a sports team, like when they're doing good. Yeah, Xbox win, right? But Jazz gets praised for pretty much reacting to Xbox when they're not doing something good is the way he would react to his favorite team if they're losing or if they're playing bad defense and stuff. It's like the same thing. I'm doing it on the positive side, he's doing the negative side, but I'm the bad guy. You see, I don't understand how that's fair. He's mad because Xbox isn't putting consoles on sale. Like, come on. Like, that's not fair. Why do you guys do that to me? Like, I don't get it.
No. I gotta ask Chaz a question real quick. What games are PlayStation having on sale? Because I've always be looking for their sales.
A lot of first party
exclusives.
A lot of exclusives.
The show is 20. Horizon Zero Dawn is going to be 20.
God of War is going to be 50. Yeah, smoothly.
Yeah. Gran Turismo, I believe, is going to be 20.
Gran Turismo,
like a lot of games go on sale.
$20
for Shadow of the Colossus.
All
their controllers are $40.
Yep.
You know,
June 8th or June 9th.
I paid $60 for this controller, and I'm never buying another.
All their controls, and they're gonna have a blue exclusive one with the and blue console with the blue.
They're all gonna be $39.99.
But I'm gonna tell you something, Addict. This time last year, that's when I bought the PlayStation because of the PlayStation days, and when they had those sales, I bought up all their exclusives. Like I transferred that because of that sale. And when I see Microsoft right now not being aggressive, man, this is simple shit, man. This simple.
Like you know how like Microsoft comes out, like let's say to combat that, and they say, hey, by the way, the Xbox One X from now until E3 is over is $399.
I'm at Best Buy.
It starts in 8 days.
It starts in 8 days from now.
It starts June 8th. It goes the week of E3.
I mean, to be fair, like, how do we know Microsoft's not going to announce something between now and then?
No, if that's the case, then that would be them being aggressive. You know what I mean?
Sony did it last year. Microsoft didn't do it last year. Microsoft didn't do it
whatsoever last year.
Yeah.
No, Microsoft didn't do anything in the stores.
I'm just saying I go based on what's going to happen in the future based on what's happened in the past, right? Like in the fall, like we said earlier.
Thank you. Who's that? Eric Smith.
You know what I mean?
Xbox is 30 million. They need discounts. Exactly. The Xbox is the one that needs to punch back. They need to sell consoles. Sony's doing this shit, and they're a fucking dick of cruise control. They're a fucking cruise control. They don't need to sell the 100 million.
I mean, you know what's funny that they're playing their cards right because they still haven't gotten to the point that the base level PS4 is $199. Wait till that.
And also PSN, your subscription.
When that happens, that's going to be
also $50. They're also discounting their PSN network for $50 and giving discounts on PlayStation View. They're making all their services discounted for the week of E3. Microsoft's talking about services. They're not discounting it.
Some of the
and maybe they will. Again,
maybe
Phil will come out at E3 with the fucking pixie dust. There we go, and discounts galore. Maybe he does it, but again, we got to sit here and speculate.
I'd pay to see that man come out with pixie dust. Look, at the end of the day, like to be honest with you, PlayStation shit because I got a pixie dust.
Green pixie dust. He goes,
so I get where Jez is coming from though. Like I would like to see Xbox get more aggressive.
Yeah, but I think it's reverse fanboyism though. I think it is.
Oh my god,
you think so?
Yeah.
No, I don't look at it like that.
Yeah, no, because I do the same thing Jez does, but the thing is, it's like people really get their dicks hard off of people like Jez.
It's like I gotta put my dick in the fucking camera now.
How about if Phil got on there right now? Hey, by the way, starting on June 8th, same day, Xbox One X $399.
Smooth.
I'm not gonna buy another Xbox One X though. That's the thing. It's like that's not gonna make me buy another X.
No, man. Reverse
but you get good media. You get good press.
Wait a second, guys. Smooth did get his dick hard for State of Decay, for Sea of Thieves being in second place and MPD. He was all say he wanted to talk nothing about. Sea of Thieves is number 2. I don't care about anything else. It fucking sunk to the deep sea the next month. But no, you love that. You were praising that Sea of Thieves.
No, my thing is that, for example, I just don't understand how the aggression is because of Microsoft aren't doing like putting discounts on their controllers or doing an E3 sale and like.
Be real here, kid. No,
I'm gonna tell you my.
Oh my god!
I don't understand.
Let me explain my way of life. Let me explain something to you. If I could go knock on my neighbor's door and tell him, hey, this console that starts with a P is putting something on sale during their conferences, and this console he don't know shit about video games, and he's like, why is that other one not doing a sale just like the other one? If you could talk that to somebody who has nothing about gaming, then that is common sense. It's common sense. The guy mowing the lawn, I tell him the scenario, he'll be like, shit, both of them should be on sale. Why is one on sale one time?
Hey, no, Chaz. I need those videos.
What videos? Of me knocking on neighbors' doors?
I need those videos. I need
Is that what you want? To be
that
knocking
you're
on
doing this.
All right, so
I'm not doing this shit.
At the end of the day,
No,
kid, that is true, man. Like you can't, like, Microsoft announces it like 3 or 4 days before E3 comes out. That I think that would be better on them because they're going into E3 with that hype because they announced it a couple days before. Yeah. But I mean, if they didn't do anything last year and they don't do nothing this year, and people aren't going to be talking, they're going to be talking about the games that they just bought. Unless Microsoft comes out and announces a bunch of random shit, which some leaks here in a minute. They do need stuff like that. I ain't going to go into like the customized consoles because 9 times out of 10, that shit's always trash.
Yeah, well,
Care Life and Time podcast, okay? You better remove that shit, or I'll go on Kids and block your ass saying that I'm Tony Stark.
Get my gauntlet.
Anyway, we're gonna.
This is not. Jez is more like Root, okay?
Sometimes the chat is rage-inducing. I kind of can't stand some of the shit I see in the chat. It's just really annoying, man. It's
not
really
a point.
annoying.
Hey guys, did you see my latest video? Speaking of Thanos, yes, Microsoft needs a Thanos snap. They need a Thanos snap over at headquarters right now. They got to clear this shit out.
Oh my god! Speaking of Thanos, man, do you guys think PubG's in the middle of a lawsuit? They're suing Fortnite, Epic Games for Fortnite for copyright infringement. Like,
they ain't gonna win that.
How do you think this is gonna turn out, dude? Like
at the end of the day, at the end of the day, I think they would win it just because it was made in the with their engine, because there's probably a long ass section in their terms and agreement that we have control over your products that you make on our shit. They might not come out openly and say that, but I guarantee you something's like that in there. If it was made on something else and Epic helped them make it, I think they would have if there's not anything terms and condition in there, people go to these lawyers and on something unless they think they have some kind of ground.
Is it them using the engine or is it the gameplay?
No, they're using Epic's Unreal Engine. So if I was Epic, I'd say stop using our fucking
gameplay.
At the end of the day, Epic's not going to win.
Epic modified the engine for Bluehole. Actually, they modified it.
So they modified the engine, but it's not the gameplay.
PUBG's not going to win this. I mean, they don't have the money. They don't have the lawyers behind them. Like Epic's not going to lose this. This is stupid.
PUBG just mad, bro, that they can't keep up with Epic's.
They're mad.
Let's be real here. You guys want to come at them sideways, but I would be doing the same shit. Let's be real here. They helped them make a game.
Right.
Epic helped them
make that game.
Epic helped them. They had people helping them make this game. PUBG.
Shit around like trap.
Let me finish. Epic took what they knew. They went back and they made Fortnite. And it'd be different if it was different case scenarios. Besides the building, they even have a fucking bus flying over to let you drop out.
They do. Like, yeah, but the building changes the gameplay completely, though.
And I'm not debating that. But let's be real. Let's be 100. If you was PUBG and they came and helped you with your shit,
I would sue them for sure.
You would sue them in a heartbeat, regardless.
I definitely would. I'm not denying that. I would. I really would.
Imagine when you first see Epic's making a game. You'd be like, well, damn, they're gonna take my. That's not even really his idea. He just expanded it and made it better.
Hey, you don't think Epic like they said, oh man, like, do you think we'll get sued over this? That they ran that by the lawyers and all of that? I gotta imagine that they're prepared for that.
Yeah, they're prepared for that.
It's like I said.
3MG said PUBG suing for UI and in-game items copyright. Shaking my head.
Yeah, they're not gonna. They're not
gonna
win that.
But stop talking.
They're not gonna win that because I guarantee you.
Because his music is about to play in about 5.
Shout out to Riggy, man. Shout out to Riggy.
4.
Guarantee you.
3, 2, 1. It hasn't played yet. He's
doing that shit on purpose so he can get music.
All right, good.
But that's besides the point.
Never mind.
I guarantee you. You're not. Damn.
All right, you're done. Go ahead. You can talk.
Guarantee you there's some kind of terms and condition that give Epic the right to do that.
I wouldn't be surprised, man. To be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised.
It's like I said, like on a legal terms, this is dumb. They're not going to win this, but on a personal term, like the developers for PUBG was like, dude, Fortnite made a game. It's in beta. They go play the beta. It's literally like just imagine the first 15 seconds of playing this shit. You're sitting around, it's like, okay, so they have our little meeting area. This ain't too bad. And then you show up in that bus, like, oh hell no. like imagine the thought process behind this company. Like it's dumb, but I would do the same thing, man. It's the principle.
Yeah, but they own the engine though. Like it's not like
they had developers help them make PUBG. And then it was mad fast.
Which again was a mod for Daisy. Sue them for
what it is. Regardless what kind of mod it is.
PUBG.
No one else made it as big as PUBG.
Didn't the developer
PC,
of PUBG, the main guy, also help develop H1Z1?
Yeah, he did. And
he did
H1Z1
first, and then
pay it forward, motherfucker.
Yeah, that dude's been a battle royale warrior for a minute, man.
Exactly.
PUBG.
He just took H1Z1, made PUBG, had success, and then they stole his idea, put it
with a Chinese development team.
Yeah, Chinese development team. Good.
Yeah,
which is probably explain. Yeah, I bet you at the law thing they'll put Exhibit A, PUBG, and they'll Exhibit B, Fortnite, and the judge will be like, "This shit's not the same. This shit was like shit."
One of their
biggest guy has sold over 25 million copies on PC, bro. He's got plenty of money. If any other game he comes out flops, he's got money for the rest of his life.
You know what? I think they're doing this as a stall tactic to try to get some money of that Fortnite money coming.
You know, he's not getting a penny of that money. If anything, they'll settle just to
fix the frame.
They'll settle. Make them sign a non-disclosure and be like, "Leave me the fuck alone."
All right, I got a question. I got a question.
The only reason. Okay, let me finish this. Let's be real here. The issue that this isn't the fact that they stole the game or the game. It's the fact that they can't keep up with the amount of content that Fortnite's giving.
Bottom line.
Yeah, and the building is unique too.
So that's the bottom line
on it.
It's like a mom and pop shop trying to keep up with like a corporation producing something, man.
Pretty much, yeah.
Right.
Literally, like Destiny is one of the most like act upon the community, and they do it relatively fast. It may take a month or two sometimes, but Fortnite do that shit weekly.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are they?
I mean, they canceled other projects to dedicate time to Fortnite.
So
they keep patching the shit of it.
My question for you guys, like, because PUBG's probably gonna lose. Question for you: if you're Microsoft, do you buy Bluehole after this? Do you?
Nope.
And I want to know your decision. And I want to know your answer why, because I want to engage in this conversation.
Oh, I got one.
Go ahead, Merc.
I got one too.
Merc, I want to hear you. Come on, let me have
All right, so the reason, especially right now, I wouldn't, especially with Black Ops 4 coming out with Battle Royale, even though Battlefield 5 has not announced a Battle Royale, you know that's coming. That may be after the game is sold when that first DLC drops for it, which will be free. They'll probably announce a Battle Royale mode if they don't announce it for the launch of the game. So it's like Red Dead's probably going to have a Battle Royale mode. Like, it's going to be oversaturated. Like, why would you try to compete with, with a market that's already going to be saturated? And number two, I mean, they're still going to be dealing with that small development team to try to keep building out that game. It's like, this doesn't make sense, though. It doesn't make sense.
The only way I would say Microsoft actually buy it is because I know that the price is going down now.
Right.
They're able... if they can get that for a reasonable price and then actually pour money into it.
You talking about free to play?
No, I'm talking about Microsoft writing a big ass check to help development.
Oh, I got you.
Like, what part of the issue with this game is the engine. It's not as adaptable as Fortnite's engine. Like, because who's going to be better at doing the Epic engine than Epic? No one.
No one.
So
that's obvious. Look at both those games.
They would able to do that is they would have to make a sequel on a different engine that is optimizable easier.
Yeah.
And that's the only way they can compete, because that's the issue right now. They can't compete because of that.
But it's also two different beasts from PC as opposed to the way it's running on Xbox is a mess compared to PC one, and it seems like all their focus is on the PC one. I want to
hear Frog's
Xbox one.
25 million copies on PC. That's why the focus is on PC.
That's where the focus is. Yeah.
I want to hear Frog's opinion of why he wouldn't do it if he's Microsoft.
My reason for not doing it is one, I agree that the battle royale genre is big enough, but then you got games like H1Z1, which a beta has already captured 5 million people downloading and playing this beta. And you're gonna have that game also on your Xbox console, and it's free to play. Like, it doesn't make sense to have a game that's free to play go up against something you're spending $30 on. It doesn't run, like, it's not optimized well. Like, that's the big problem. If that game was somewhat optimized well and it ran well, screw the graphics. Like, if it ran well, if it was easy to really get in that game and play, like, and you got games like H1Z1, which we all know is coming to all consoles, pretty much any consoles relevant that they can put it on. And when they were like, hey, 5 million people are playing, downloaded and played this beta, and it's going to be a free to play game, and just like I said, like, it's hard to compete with a game that runs well and that is free to play. It's very hard to do that, and I think that's why Fortnite is so successful when they got that game being able to run stable. And just the fun factor, like, and also, I just say there's so many problems to me with PUBG being on the console, so many things that they need to fix before they just say, oh yeah, we need to buy it. No, let that game do what it's going to do, and let the consumer's going to speak for itself. Do you have too much competition with the battle royale game mode? I would say no, it wouldn't be a good investment.
Things I see that they're doing, that Fortnite's just doing way better, Epic, is they are really, like, promote Fortnite a lot, but that's not what's selling this game. It is the reach that they have in the streaming community, in the YouTube community. That's what's selling this game. I know people that went from 100, like a couple thousand subs or 10, 50,000 followers on Twitch. They gained some ground. That's what's helping them. They're giving Twitch streamers exclusive dances and shit to give out to their to their following. That dance competition that happened? Mm-hmm. They had Twitch streamers make videos and YouTube streamers make videos saying, "Give me your most goofiest ass dance." The winner gets that dance as an exclusive, and they get to put their dance in Fortnite.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah,
I agree because the game runs
perception.
Well. And the game runs well. They could just add content to it like this. PUBG's still trying to figure it out. Like, I think no way they should not buy it. There's too much stuff going on right now with PUBG, with the legal action, and with them just kind of struggle for optimization. Like I don't think Microsoft should even spend any money in purchasing them at all right now. And I think that the competition, they missed the window. Like, if they would have went all out, balls to the wall, December, get that game out there.
Someone just donated.
Oh, yeah.
No, he got a couple seconds before anything.
Yeah, anyway, I don't think they should do it. Like, they haven't just implementation optimization, and it's not running the best on the X. It's not I don't think Microsoft should even,
Thank you, Black Metal Gamer, for your generous donation. We will answer that question pretty soon. All right.
Yeah.
Jess, finish up.
And now the thing is now they're in legal action. Nobody's ever gonna. Their sales now dropped the fact that they're in legal action with Epic. Nobody's gonna put that debt or take on any of that stuff.
Here's a question. Let's say that there's stuff we don't know. Win that fight.
Well, no, but still, they're involved in legal action. You're not going to purchase somebody involved in a legal action.
I got one thing to add, just one. Go ahead, Smooth.
Go ahead, because I would give my explanation.
The other reason I ever body say is because the majority of people that play PUBG, the majority of user base is in Asia, and like Microsoft's not big enough in that country to really, and people aren't looking at that. Like, when you look at where that game is being played and the biggest user base, and it's in the Asian market.
And got Drake playing on PUBG, just saying.
Well, we're talking about the world. We're talking about where the market is. The market for PUBG, 70% of their players are in Asia. So, like, regardless if Drake plays in it or not, it's like that market is really saturated in the Asian culture. And Microsoft, as far as the Xbox and gaming console, maybe if they said we're going to do Windows 10, maybe, but I doubt it. But even then, I just don't think it'd be a good buy for them. Just because where that game dominates at, they can't break the market.
Dude, that has nothing to do with it, like, at all, dude.
How does it have nothing to do with it?
No, I'm just saying, like, because you
Let me go get something to drink. This shit's not ending anytime anytime soon.
No, but it is because my take is the final take.
Yeah, I'm confused. How that had nothing to do with it.
No, like the player base being like Asia. Yeah, sure, it's big in Asia, but just because it's very big in Asia, that's just based off population alone. Doesn't mean it's not big here in North America, man.
I didn't say it wasn't big
no,
in
but
North
the thing
America.
is that why do you think that it popped over here? It wasn't the Asian
And Microsoft got what they wanted. They bundled that.
It
crap
wasn't
and
the
they
Asian
just-
market
they
representing
had-
this false implication that the game is popular. Like, you know what I mean? You think they still would have went at it if the game was only like region lock and exclusive to like Asia though?
No. I didn't say that.
I'm not saying that,
making
but you made this argument before, like about this whole Asian market being the main users, and that this game only appeals to Asians, and
I didn't say that. I never said that. I never said that it appeals only to
You're saying
Asians.
they don't have a presence in China. They might not. Want
I said
to.
where the majority of the market is. That's where it's at. I never said it only appeals to Asians.
Why? Okay, all right.
That's fact.
First off,
Like,
PUBG's not even in the Windows 10 store.
Yeah.
Like they just putting.
No,
it
I'm so
Steam.
confused
That's
about
not
that.
good for them.
No, because you said
Microsoft
it's
got what
not
they wanted
the
from
market.
PUBG, man.
Even if Xbox,
They did. They got the holiday
even
bundles.
if they
That's
bought
what they wanted.
PUBG, it
got
wouldn't
what they
matter
wanted.
that the market Xbox isn't heavy marketed in like Asia for them to buy PUBG. PUBG is big and the markets that Xbox is recognized in. So that's why I say it has nothing to do with Asia having a bigger player base on that game. It wouldn't impact them purchasing PUBG or anything like that.
So what you're saying is Microsoft as a company, not Xbox game division, if they purchase it, it'd be a win for Microsoft overall.
No, I didn't even get my answer. I was just saying why your comment about it not being Xbox don't have a presence in Asia and the bigger player base of PUBG you said is in Asia, right? I said that wouldn't matter because PUBG it's not like that's where its only popularity is. It's also popular in other markets where Xbox has a presence in. It was that popular enough for them to try to run with it as an exclusive. Now, I will give my reasons why I don't think Xbox or Microsoft shouldn't buy a Bluehole. It's actually not for the reasons that you guys came up with, even though they were all valid reasons. But my thing is, what did the makers of PUBG do before PUBG? What can they do for Microsoft Game Studios that would add, other than being just wasted space? Like they didn't finish. PUBG's not finished. Right now it's in a gauntlet with all these battle royale games. So now let's say battle royale kind of like hits its win, right? It's done, right? People are over it. It's popular anymore. What does that team do next? What have they done before PUBG?
Yeah. H1Z1 and DayZ.
Yeah, but those games have been like niche for forever.
I'm just telling you what they did before.
They've been mod games.
It's a mod of a mod.
Yeah, but the thing is, when you look at those games in their early development and what they went through, do you really trust them to be able to bring you something of quality, like a high quality AAA experience? If it didn't have anything to do with
no, probably not.
Because they can't give you a AAA.
They don't want that.
They can't give you a AAA battle royale experience. So that's the thing is, that's why I went with Duke, because I feel like it would be no value to them at all with or without battle royale. It's like it'd be. So I don't think they should purchase them. I think
It'd be cool.
Go ahead.
If them when they were making it, like from the ground, and what would have been cool to like sell. Would have made it like when they were developing the game itself, like before anything was made, they would have made it like got with Microsoft and made it like Halo universe with the Halo guns and shit. Like I think that could have did a little bit better because that's like one of the biggest things. Like Fortnite's got that goofy thing, and a lot of games have came out like that. That has that customization. You can play with anyone. It's free.
Yeah.
Like PUBG has just got that hardcore aspect, and that's all. And it's just not enough.
Brought back brute force. It's like it would drop like with like massive PUBG style game. Like they could have used one of their IPs and did that game style, but they said they're not interested in it. Like they're not interested in taking any of their IPs and putting in a battle royale mode. But anyway, if they bought PUBG, the first thing they would do is go put it on the Switch and PlayStation.
Yeah,
that's the first thing they would do. Like they will not.
Yeah,
just
that would be smart. Yeah. Like a Minecraft do. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what they would do. That's why they're not gonna.
That's the new Microsoft.
That's the new Microsoft.
That is the new Microsoft. That's what's gonna happen.
It makes some money all the way around.
No, I think if they bought PUBG, it wouldn't go on PlayStation.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why Minecraft they did?
Minecraft did.
Well, Minecraft was already on PlayStation. Wait. Minecraft was already there.
It would have been a PR nightmare to rip it off.
Oh, it was already there.
It was already there. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Okay, I
already
got you.
there, but I don't see why they wouldn't. It makes some money all the way around.
I mean, why isn't everything they make on
I don't think they
PlayStation
would
then?
develop it specifically for play, because right now they haven't even developed PUBG for PlayStation. So
I'm
it
not
wouldn't
gonna
make
do this
sense at that
conversation,
point.
but
It'd
yeah.
be different if it was already in
Get that
development
logic.
or already launched.
Basically, they would want to.
I don't get that logic. If they have it, why haven't they put everything on PlayStation then? If their strictly motivation is just to make money,
I'm sure
why
they
isn't-
want to, and I'm sure Sony
Why
doesn't.
isn't everything on PlayStation? I need that answer. Like that's what you guys said. They want to make money. They put something like PUBG on PlayStation.
I think
Why
the
isn't
games that make
everything
sense,
on
they
PlayStation?
Because
would.
those are engagement numbers, man. Look at the Minecraft numbers. They're
Those are
adding it
on
from the
PlayStation.
Switch.
I don't
They're
view
adding it from the
Minecraft as a
PlayStation.
game, though. That's the thing. That's the reason
Yo,
why.
every interview they have, they talk about Minecraft. Minecraft is, they have those engagement numbers. They count it from everything, from your phones, from the Sony, from the Switch.
Some money
everything.
for
People don't
Microsoft.
understand how
it.
big
And that's-
Minecraft is.
and I'm
Minecraft
telling
is
you,
a freaking juggernaut.
Minecraft has ruined them because they think they can make these Minecraft games on everything. Minecraft was a freak of nature, and Microsoft didn't make it that way. Microsoft just bought it and kept the lights on and supported it. So, like, that's the thing. Microsoft
I
didn't.
just don't get how people keep saying that
They
gonna
want
put all
engagement.
games.
So what do? You want it to
But
the biggest install base.
I don't get
Why
how
isn't
people
State of
say
Decay
for
2 on
one
PlayStation?
game-
Nah,
Right,
I
Because
don't know.
Sony don't
One
want
game.
it.
But look, here's
Sony
the no.
doesn't
Here's
want
the
it.
here's the.
Yeah.
Microsoft
Like,
wants it.
you can-
Microsoft
no,
wants to
hold
play
on.
with them. They're begging to play with them. You
I've
think
said
that they don't
multiple
want you
times
over there?
that you think that they will put on the competition from one game.
They're not
being on-
competition to them. They're their friends.
being on the competition, you feel like everything's going there. But like my question to you
They will.
is, if it was strictly about making money, why isn't Forza on the competition? Why isn't Halo there? Why isn't Gears there?
Well,
Gears
Gears
is a perfect
Gears
game.
was going to be there, and then they went and worked out
Because
because they didn't own
I'm
it.
sure that
Hey, that's a good.
Sony doesn't want it there, just like they don't want crossplay.
So if
Sony
Gears-
Sony
Alright,
would
so
take
why
that
not
shit
keep
if they
it?
wanted it. Don't act like that. Sony
I'm
would
sure.
take it if it was available.
Are you Sony?
You don't think?
Are you
Sony-
Microsoft? Like,
I think Sony would take it, though. I think Sony would take it.
Yo, man, I'm
If
talking about
Microsoft
what they're
came up
doing
to
now.
someone-
I'm not talking about what Sony's
came
saying.
up. If Microsoft came up to Sony and was like, "Yo, we're just gonna go third party. Do you want Halo?" You are dumb as fuck if you think they say no.
No, they will.
Of course they would say yes. Why not?
Hey, man,
Of course.
Halo
As
will
long as
still
they
be
be
on
on their
there.
platform,
Right
of course
there.
you're going
I
to take it.
just
Of course
like,
you're gonna
at the end
take
of
Minecraft
the
is the
day,
icebreaker.
keep using
it's like
Minecraft to
just-
justify everything
Yo,
going to
Hey,
PlayStation.
well, answer me this question: how many Microsoft products are on PlayStation, and how many PlayStation products are on Microsoft?
well,
Beside the
that's
point.
kind of
The door's already open, man. The door's already
that's
open.
Dumb.
So-
That's a dumb
because
thing because
Minecraft was
there's
already
more
on that platform.
No, it's a dumb because
How's
Microsoft
that
owns
dumb?
Havoc, and Havoc is in like 80% of games. Like,
Well, it's about making.
So they're already making games already for
It's all about
PlayStation.
making
You
money.
know, I know
Come on,
Minecraft is a
man.
game that is a game that evolves, but imagine if they did come out with like a Minecraft 2 and they said, "All right, that's Xbox Play Anywhere."
It would
That would be
never
massive.
do that.
But
they
they
would
wouldn't do that.
never do that.
Minecraft is the
Wouldn't do that.
only
And
Microsoft
Minecraft is too
exclusive
big.
that has exclusive content on the Switch. Mario's
crazy.
exclusive to Minecraft on the Switch. Mario's not jumping around on the Xbox.
you can make
That's
Mario
the
on
only
Minecraft.
Minecraft.
that is the only
You
game
can
that's
make
wi-
Mario on Minecraft
No.
if you want, though. Like,
Yeah, you
Can
can.
you send me your
Come on,
Minecraft?
man.
No,
I'm not-
talking
I-
about
point,
building-
like, that's the
I'm not
only
talking
game.
about
Name me
building
another
Mario
game that's
out of
on the
blocks. I'm talking
competition.
about the real skins
Name
of
me
Mario
another game that's on the
the
competition.
Switch. The Switch has exclusive
Bruh,
content.
it's
Fuck, you want to know what
okay,
else?
dog.
Master Chief is on the Switch on Minecraft.
He's also on the Xbox too. Like, you know what I mean? He's also built inside
Is
the little
Matt-
Scorpio.
Yo,
Like, come
do
on.
you see something? It's going one way, right?
Bruh,
One way.
no. All right, let's. All right, hey,
One
there's
way.
there's a Crackdown rumor. The game Crackdown 3 is allegedly delayed due to Amazon Spain or something like that, who canceled their pre-orders. And that shows delay. Everybody's outraging about it. Reason why I want to talk about this because I wanted to talk about the conversation we had in the Twitter chat today between me and Jez of how damage control really
I'm
works.
done, man.
Yeah,
My
like-
access came to blown out.
Like, you
Fuck
know what I
that.
mean? How damage control really works. But Jez, go
I know. I
ahead.
understand your damage control.
Yeah.
I understand your definition of damage.
Realize you got to show that on the screen if you want it to be effective, right?
No, do I? Shit, no, I don't. No. because I remember what I said. Here's the thing, Jess, explain your frustrations about this whole rumor that. Why is it bothering you? Had a problem.
You guys hash it out. I'll be back.
Because there's a rumor, and you had a problem with the way that they reacted, right? If I'm not, or their lack thereof.
Well, the fact that there was my problem that I have is that they are not basically the whole narrative today was Crackdown's canceled because they canceled the Amazon thing. And they're saying Crackdown's canceled, and then people are saying Crackdown's going to be delayed to 2019. Aaron Greenberg comes out and says, Amazon, it was a glitch. We fixed the glitch. But he never commented as whether it was delayed or canceled. Mm-hmm. And my thing is the problem I have with Microsoft is the silence is not golden for them. Because they have been so quiet, they have had the media and Twitter, everybody just creating their narrative. This started from when the Xbox One launched, when they couldn't even get the words out of their mouth, and people are like, "Oh, he's online! Oh my god! Oh my god!" The narrative just went, and they still never caught up to that story. People still believe probably shit's always online, and it probably is. All that, share your games and all that other stuff. Because they're so quiet, they could just come out and say, Crackdown's not canceled. What are you talking about? Stay tuned to E3. Or just say, stay tuned to E3. Something. They have not teased E3 at all this year, saying stay tuned. Mm-hmm. And their silence is making people create narrative. And my tweet was that if Crackdown is not shown or is not mentioned at E3, or even if it's delayed at E3, the narrative at E3 and Phil Spencer's every single interview is going to be like, is it canceled? Is it canceled? Is it canceled? Mm-hmm. And he's going to have to say it. And no matter what they show, everybody's going to be like, Crackdown was a no-show at Microsoft's conference. And it's going to be the horrible, it's just going to monopolize their whole friggin' E3 presentation. And that's the problem that I have with Microsoft just being silent on this stuff. And Crackdown, if it doesn't get shown at E3, it's dead. It has bad publicity already. Mm-hmm. So that's my problem with the whole thing. And I know what you were saying, and you could talk about what your damage control, why you think they're not going to say anything now.
No, because the thing is, I get it, and I understand why. The first thing you want them to come out and says, no, it's not delayed, no, it's not canceled.
Not canceled.
You know what I mean? We'll talk more at E3, but they kind of just said, the team's hard at work, blah, 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 and you're like, well, since they didn't answer it, they're just going to run with these different narrators. I completely understand that. But my thing is, the reasoning is that this is what Aaron, if anybody watched or saw Aaron Greenberg's tweets or responses to the whole is it canceled, the delayed or Amazon thing, that was full blown damage control. Maybe the game is delayed, right? The game was delayed from November 7th. We never really got a concrete date for it to be delayed again, to be fair on that part. But maybe the game is delayed, and maybe at E3 they wanted to control the way they tell you. Whether instead of it being like, letting an Amazon leak or a leaker come out and say the game's like canceled or delayed, they want to bring it to you in a way that is positive rather than a negative press. So it would probably be detrimental for them to comment
just give the bad news,
or confirm or give it the bad news if they already prepared a way to tell you. Mm-hmm. So, for example, we thought 2018 for sure, Crackdown, since it was delayed from November 7, 2017. We were thinking, that's all we thinking, because they kind of alluded, hey, it's delayed till 2018, right? That's what they alluded to, right? So that's what's in our mind. So maybe they come out at E3 and they're prepared to tell us, show off some new Crackdown gameplay. Did we lose somebody? Shit, we lost an Addict.
No, Frog.
Frog.
And Addict, actually.
There you go. They are back.
There we go. So, they're back.
Maybe they're prepared to show off new gameplay and let you know, hey, you can play Crackdown 3 beta this November. Game releases early 2019, and they sneak the delay in there. That's how they want to tell
I know
you
what
the
you mean.
game is delayed.
And I know what you're talking about.
You know what I mean? And that's why I said that's actual. What he did was actual damage control, not the bullshit people say I'm doing. That what I do is not damage control. It's not defending. That's actual damage control. The way he responded is really controlling the narrative, controlling the damage before it gets too hot, telling you the technicals, like glitch on Amazon, just like
it's a glitch
Scalebound,
with the
glitch my ass.
Yeah, the Scalebound's a glitch too. All these glitches.
They want to deliver it to us in a way that where they can control it, and that's what's going on. So I understand why you're upset about it, because you want them to stand in front of a potential problem.
Kill it, yeah.
But the thing is, they can't. It's PR 101. You have to get it.
But at least they can say about canceled though. Yeah. At least they can be like, yo, it's not canceled. I don't know states, but at least they could be like, no, man, we're working. And I guess by them saying we're working hard on it, I guess that's a way of them saying it. Well, I know what else I saw. Wait. I don't know if anybody heard. Yeah, one thing I did want to see after our conversation on Twitter, I saw that somebody else, the Green Eyes, or one of the guys of Microsoft Studios said, I hear Crackdown is canceled. Turning to my dev unit and booting up Crackdown now. Like parentheses, Crackdown not canceled. Yeah, he was saying something like that, and I saw that after we spoke. It was actually right before I came on. I don't know who his name is. Green Eyes. He's from UK, and he's actually not the developer of the game, but like Microsoft Game Studios. And he did say it, so he kind of said it. But it's just annoying that their silence has really just kind of created such pressure and such anticipation for the E3 that I don't know what's going to happen, man.
Hope they deliver, man.
I hope we all hope they deliver. We're all going to be together on Sunday, June 10th. Is it 4 p.m.?
Yeah,
4 p.m.
4 p.m. Yeah, because it's 1 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah, 2 hours. So we hope, it's going to be the biggest event since the NBA Finals, dog. Like we hope. The thing is that my expectations are so down that they can't disappoint me. Right now I can't be disappointed. So they have to knock me off my feet. I'm not sure if that's going to happen. Hopefully Crackdown appears, and whatever they do with Crackdown, if I see Crackdown, I don't want to see anything that I saw last year, and I want to see the damn destruction, and I want to know when I can play this game, like for reals. But other than that, it looked like Walmart kind of fucked up again.
Yep. Leaks.
Yeah, they leaked Perfect Dark. It showed up on their store. So I hope. Now I want the game to come, and I'm gonna ring in Addict for some reason. All right, I want the game to come. I hope this is according to Walmart, they got Rage right. So I hope, for one, because I got $60 on the line, and two, because this is one of the games I've been begging for the past couple years or so. So what are your thoughts on that? Any of you have any of the slightest interest of a Perfect Dark return?
Hell yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, definitely.
I do. I definitely do.
Whether it's third person or first person, I want Perfect Dark, man.
Depends. It really depends on me who's making it. That's really going to depend on whether I'm interested.
That is a big thing, yeah. Because if Rare's making it, I'm like, I'll get it, but it might. I don't know, man.
Rare is a former shell of themselves.
But you saw that they were shopping around their IP, though.
They are shopping around their IP, because you got to think about Rare doesn't make Killer Instinct anymore. Iron Galaxy does.
Yeah, well, Iron Galaxy. They used to. Who else makes it? Iron Galaxy made the first one, then they left.
It's someone else. I thought Double Helix made it, and then they left, and then Iron.
Oh, Double Helix. They went to Amazon. That's what his name was.
Iron Galaxy, and then the guy from PlayStation. The guy from PlayStation went over there and became the CEO. Yeah, Adam Boyes.
And they work for Amazon now.
Yeah, and so who else? What other IP that
smart
Rare IP that just
Battletoads? Well, Battletoads are not going to talk.
Battletoads got to do another Battletoads.
See, my issue is that it sounds good on paper, but I agree with Frogs in that. We now see so many different levels of what Microsoft Game Studios comes out with, like quality. Is it going to be a Gears of War type Perfect Dark, or is it going to be a Recore Dark?
Gotcha.
That's where I'm kind of we really got to wait and see, what this is. I would definitely love. That's what they needed. They need their IP to come back. Perfect Dark was great. Well, that could have been their third tier of shooter too.
I was just thinking about this.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about this. Why doesn't and maybe I'm not the guy, but maybe Microsoft needs to do Nintendo sometimes does, or Sony, where they need to give their IPs to developers that they trust to make their games. Like, give your Fable to Square Enix, give your next Dark somebody you trust.
Like what Nintendo did with Mario with Rabbids.
With Rabbids, yeah. Like, give your IPs to somebody you really trust, and if you don't have the studios and you don't have the talent there, give it to other people to make them.
I think that's exactly what they're doing, though.
Banjos and Smash, maybe.
I think that's
or Sony what they did with Spider-Man. I mean, going to Insomniac for it.
Like, who made the Voodoo Vince? Yeah. Who made the Voodoo Vince remaster?
The original creator, the guy, the studio that made, I met him at PAX last year. The guy, he did it.
I guess Insomniac.
But they didn't redo it. Like, Voodoo Vince was just remastered. It was the original one, but they had an internal team do it.
Gotcha.
They didn't give it to anybody. Or they might have a little team. I don't know.
Let me tell you, I mean, if it's third person, it wouldn't be bad to give Coalition a shot at it.
I don't want Coalition messing with the Perfect Dark. I don't think it.
I don't know. It's like I hear the Insomniac thing, right? But like, how many games has Insomniac made for anybody else outside of the Sunset? Like, it's none. So they've been. I think it's good that they made.
I think
you're cutting out, Frog. Cutting out.
Say that again.
I think
you're cutting out.
You were cutting out.
I think Gallagher Studios probably going to do Perfect Dark, man.
Probably.
Yeah.
They're probably going to at least introduce the idea, something like that.
But the thing is like, how can Walmart?
Who's going to do it?
Gallagher's Microsoft Santa Monica.
Yeah. Microsoft Santa Monica. But how can Walmart though leak like Perfect Dark? That means it's coming to retail, which if this game is not even in development yet, just starting.
No, any game that they're announced, you get a reservation SKU. Like, you know what I mean?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, just like GameStop. They already got their anything that's announced at E3 or right when they get their reservation list. It'll be games that could probably be 2 years out, but they get a SKU because you can reserve just any game at GameStop as long as it's announced. They get a SKU already by default. So
So maybe Perfect Dark, man. That will be if it's third person. I don't know if they're saying it's third person. I know there was that but who's making it, and I don't know, but I definitely think that's a start. They need to start doing that.
Well, let me ask this question because I may be off my rocker here. Technically, Bungie has to deal with Activision to do 3 Destiny games, 3 core Destiny games. They don't, and then after that they since Bungie is technically, in a sense, you could say a third-party company, couldn't Bungie technically go back and help Microsoft make some of their games? I know they're doing Destiny.
They're independent, right? Aren't they independent?
Right. So what I'm saying is, like, their contract with Activision is to do. So what I'm saying is, Bungie could technically go back if they wanted to and do.
Time out. Jez look like he got breaking news. What the hell's going on, man?
Yeah, I just clicked on ZDNet. Mary Jo said Microsoft continues to hone in its latest relog, and Microsoft corporate vice president Kudo Sonoda is leaving his position as head of mixed reality, 3D for everyone, and associated apps and services as part of the latest move. So
what the hell was going on?
So he did the Kinect, dude. He
did the
Kinect. He did Fight Night. Let's see where he went. I was like, shit.
My bad, Frog.
Anyway, go Frog. I want to find out what he did. He was doing mixed reality.
Because some people are saying Bungie would never work with Microsoft again. I don't think that's true. I think any company is up to work with anybody if the money's right. So I just wonder if like a company can come back, like Bungie's independent, they could also come back and say, hey, we want you to do this game for us. And I just kind of look at some of
we can hear you, sir.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh my God, fucking Discord.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure if it's kind of saddening because there's some companies I think Microsoft has deals with, just like Sony has deals with, but they're not owned by like the Microsoft or the Sony corporations. They just kind of make games for them, and so I'm just kind of like, there are companies out there that could make some of these games.
I understand, like Undead Labs could actually make a game for PlayStation if they wanted to.
Right. It just wouldn't be. It wouldn't be State of Decay because that's a Microsoft IP. Yeah. Right.
But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if a studio is independent or not. Mm-hmm. If the project they're doing is taking up all of their time, they have no time to do anything else.
Yeah.
243 could technically go and make something for Microsoft, I don't think
They're all. I don't know what the hell's going on over there, man. What the hell's going on?
I swear. Destiny 2 is Activision.
Wait, Destiny does Activision own Destiny IP?
He does.
You said Activision or Bungie owns it?
Bungie does.
Oh, okay.
I believe they have some type of thing that Activision has like publishing rights.
Right, but I believe Bungie owns the IP. If I'm not mistaken,
it's owned by Bungie. I just searched it.
Right.
Yeah.
And their contract, I know, was to make 3 Destiny games with Activision. After the third one is done, they can do whatever they want. They can go make another Destiny with somebody else.
Another rape artist. They're gonna go to EA.
My Thanos snap has happened. I feel bad now. What happened?
Tsunoda?
He's gone. He didn't leave Microsoft, but they pulled him out of his whole division of that mixed reality HoloLens 3D for everyone. It's all done. They pulled him out.
So is HoloLens done, or are they gonna make him make games?
I have no clue. They said he's still within the company, but they don't know where he's going to go. But the whole like 3D for everyone, all that HoloLens stuff. It's not that HoloLens is canceled, but they're not focusing on that stuff anymore. I just don't understand it. Like it's like they showed all that stuff at E3 at every press conference. The HoloLens and 3D.
They showed all that stuff, and hoping to attract app developers, man.
That and Smooth, you hit. Yeah. Holy shit! I need a bell, Smooth. That is it, and they're not getting those developers. And I'm telling you, that's another reason why they're putting the UWP and doing all this stuff. They're trying to entice developers to do it, and nobody kind of wants to. That's why they need the leverage. They need the buy sales.
Google or Apple and
they need partnerships. They need that stuff.
I agree with that.
Because HoloLens has been in $3,000. It's been in development.
Microsoft could put all their baskets into gaming, which it look like they're actually doing in different ways. Yeah, they're doing it within like the cloud and getting behind the scenes, buying up engines and shit like that. I won't be surprised if AMD is the next one Microsoft scoops up. They own like
that'll be big.
They're looking for like tools to make games. That's what they really want to get into. They want to have developers just use their tools like Havoc and stuff like that, and they just sit back and let them do it. But you gotta have some market share. You gotta be like I can see Sony pull something like that, being like, here's some tools, make our games, and they got the leverage because they got the mind share. And that's why I'm always like, well, Xbox needs to sell to try to
if they're buying tools, I don't think it really matters what the install base is. It's like, if you need my shit, you're going to ask my shit. Like, do you think people are not going to use Havoc because Microsoft don't have the...
No, not that.
No,
games have a Havoc logo when you boot it up.
There's a bunch of PlayStation games that have that Havoc. That shit is
Havoc,
Microsoft can literally have no install base, and people will be like,
"Can I get that?" I'm saying and that's why they probably want those tools because it doesn't matter what their install base is. But I'm saying for them to kind of implement these things,
the install base mattered.
No, it does for like basically play anywhere and those kind of things for UWP and for those kind of mechanisms to work on Windows and on Xbox. They need install base. They need mindshare for that stuff because, and I said it in my video earlier today. I saw what happened with Windows Phone. Windows Phone never got the development from the apps. And basically Microsoft was trying to sell Windows Phone as like, hey, you make it for Windows Phone, it'll go on PC and Continuum and all this other stuff. And nobody did it. And it basically died. It had no app store. I don't want Xbox to turn into that because they need the mind share. They need to creep up and be competitive. Otherwise, they're going to go the way of the Xbox. They're going to go the way of the Windows Phone. Because look what happened. Windows Phone had Office 360 Office on it. It was the only phone that had it. Yeah. Now, since there's no more Windows Phone, Office is now on everything. Is that what Xbox is going to become? Just Xbox on everything, just like Windows Phone.
One last quick take before
the phone thing was a struggling market from the start.
I know, but
in that market at all anymore.
Like, they were 3%. I remember they were nuts.
He's at 3%.
But
you're pretty.
They had these phones.
They had shirts.
They had really good phones, though.
It's not the point.
I loved it, man. I had the 1520. I loved the Nokia. They're great.
It's the equivalent of Microsoft. Let's say Microsoft. That is the equivalent of someone else taking Microsoft's place right now, and then Microsoft trying to come back in the gaming industry as another console. Like with Samsung. And you can't compete with them in the phone market. Like, name another phone that's not like Android or Apple.
Yeah, no. There's no BlackBerry tries to come back every time. Like, it doesn't work.
Apple was dominant.
BlackBerry gets bitch slapped right off the stage every time.
But when you look at, they were 3%. I remember having people having shirts going, Windows was 3% market share for the phone because they didn't believe in the phone. Remember, Ballmer's like iPhone, ha ha ha. Basically, they let them run the whole mobile market, and then they said, "Oh, we're coming in too."
Yeah, Microsoft's problem is always timing. Pretty much,
it's always timing. It's always
what they try to do
either
with
too
the phone
early
market
or too late.
Is since they couldn't compete, they try to be the cheapest phone on the market.
Yeah,
that 1520 was great, man. It was like a 6-inch phone before 6-inch phone.
Don't forget, BlackBerry had one of the most media, biggest collapses of all time of any corporation in any field.
Yo, they had enterprise too.
It can happen in gaming, man. Don't forget that. It can happen in gaming.
But
when you're looking at 100 million and 35 million, 3%.
I get it.
It gets scary.
Let's get out of this here because it's getting late, and I know I don't want to keep you guys all night. We got to.
Whoa! Fallout. Well, we didn't talk about Fallout.
Okay, just wrap up, dude. I gotta work in the morning.
Yeah,
Fuck Fallout.
Man.
Let's wrap up.
Come on, man.
Let Frog talk about Fallout. He cried.
Fallout 40 something is going to be online only. That's all you need to hear. Let's
76.
76. Get it right.
All right.
Well, you can tell how many Fallout fans you got here in this podcast.
No, I played every Fallout. Next time they make a good Fallout, come at me.
Awesome.
Gotcha. What was your favorite one? Fallout 3?
Fallout New Vegas.
All right, there you go.
Well, they said that Fallout 76 is going to use a new engine.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
It actually runs?
Thank God.
Who knows? It actually runs at a steady frame rate?
I'm done with the Fallout thing. I'm waiting for the next Elder Scrolls. Fallout's done to me.
All right, guys.
Oh, wait, 1 second. Victor says Xbox was under. Yeah, now Xbox right now is under Surface and is under Windows division right now. And I know that they were considered that before was when they were running as hardware and software.
That was before they got Terry. That was before Terry.
Now they did the switch, and now they're doing engagement and all stuff. But Xbox is in the division of more personal PC, basically. That's what it's called. It's really strange. And they're part of Windows, Surface, and Xbox.
Yeah.
And Windows Phone, but Windows Phone is no longer there anymore.
Shit, Xbox is more successful than Surface, at least.
It's just, the thing is that, when that original Xbox, when that Xbox came out, the original one, it was laughed out of the market, that original OG Xbox, because nobody's like, why is a PC manufacturer making this? They're big, hungry Microsoft making a console. They took a lot of time to legitimize Xbox brand in the 360. And that's the whole thing. Like, they really said, we're a player in this. We're really in this. And that's why it bothers me so much in the last couple of years when they're kind of like, hey, screw all that stuff. We're just going to merge ourselves with PC again and all that other stuff. And that's where it's like kind of strange. Like, it's just, you're losing all that brand stuff that you built with the 360, even early on this generation. But anyway.
All right, we're going to get out of here, guys. Thank you guys for watching episode 47. To let you know what's going on, we have next week. Are we doing a show? We should. We'll be doing a show. We'll do one final, talk of E3. Probably won't be too long, but next Sunday, we are doing the Planet Xbox live reaction to the Xbox press conference, 6 p.m. on Sunday. So I won't be on Weapon Wheel that day. I will be right here on Planet Xbox, so that's different. 4 p.m. So I will be on Weapon Wheel. So 4 p.m. I will be on Weapon Wheel. So 4 p.m. That 4 to 6, because it's going to be a 2-hour conference. Please join us live if you want to see our reactions as things go down. We will have
on a real note,
an after show.
If that goes over. I said if that goes over, BG gonna have to delay Weapon Wheel.
Yeah. The thing
we're calling it a favor, BG. Delay Weapon Wheel.
No, on a real note, we can't be at the end when they're about to do their ending show. A lot of the times that's the best thing that they have on every conference that anyone ever does, and then the Weapon Wheel starts and kids I gotta go, just ends the stream.
Weapon Wheel starting at 6:30 though.
What was that question somebody asked in the chat?
Are any of you going to E3? No.
Nah. Oh no.
No. But yeah,
E3. I want to try to go next year. What their stage is going to look like, in that new status.
Yeah, it's supposed to be epic. I'm
This
pretty
is
sure
the
they're gonna
new
have
era.
like all those helicopter cameras around, like those.
Funny,
drone
I got
cameras.
into the conference from Microsoft.
Oh, you did?
Y9 Power. Thanks. You're awesome too. All right, we're getting out of here though. No time for outro. Subscribe to Merc 305. Subscribe to Frog's Dream. Subscribe to Gaming Addict. Subscribe to Grinds My Gears. Is your show weekly?
I try to do it weekly.
All right.
Depends if I'm upset. Or
It's
not.
something grind your gears.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
right.
Something
I
like
try to do it weekly. Just depends if Microsoft pisses you off that week. or
Yeah,
not.
they piss me off. I do a show.
And
Weekly though. I try to do weekly.
Also,
He'll be doing one during Days of Play for Sony. Don't you worry about it. He'll be doing it.
Live from Best Buy. I'll be there.
Live from Best Buy. I'll be there copping the blue PS4.
if you
They'll
guys
have VR demos and all that other shit.
If you guys
Like, look
enjoyed
at this.
if you guys enjoy the content on this channel, consider subscribing to the Patreon. There is actual an after show. I'm gonna upload like week once to the channel like sometime. But we're out of here, guys. Thank you guys for watching. It's been a pleasure. You guys are all beautiful. Stay nice. Peace. I'm looking at the wrong camera. Hey, peace. All right.
Peek out.